Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Matt with the Funnel Builder tool, and this is episode 1 of Template Club, where I basically go through and funnel hack one of my own funnels that I've designed, because a lot of people in our community, they want to learn how I build pages, because I build very nice looking pages, okay? So what we're building on is a $25 platform called the Funnel Builder tool. You guys can get access to it at thefunnelbuildertool.com. It's very comparable to the more expensive builders. You can do sales pages, landing pages, opt-in pages, membership sites, appointment booking, process payments. If you want to upsell, you can do that. Downsell, you can do that. Upsell, you can do that. E-commerce like Shopify, whether you want to have 3 or 4 products on a site, you can actually have a lot more than that, but you can do that as well. You can even have hybrid cart funnels where you may sell a physical product like some kind of weight loss equipment, some weights or something, and then you could redirect into an upsell for continuity program. You can do all that and more on this $25 builder. Okay, so it's very comparable to a lot of the other offers like ClickFunnels. And I think, in my opinion, it's more beginner friendly for people that are just getting started, or maybe you just don't need to spend a lot of money. For instance, I had a client where I built a page for in ClickFunnels, and all they were doing was just simply capturing leads, okay, and then sending them to an affiliate offer or a bridge page. And they bought solo ad traffic to promote that offer, okay? And because of that, at the time it was a click tier, they had to get the highest package. So it was like $297 a month versus if they're on this builder, they could have basically had $275 a month that they could have used towards solo ads, which is about 500 to 700 clicks, okay? So there's other options depending on what you need. And this option is a fantastic option, okay? So I understand that 40% of people, they just want templates that they get access to, okay? In that case, we're going to be rebuilding this template you see right here. You guys can change out the videos, headline, put your title in, put your content in. You guys can get access to it for 25 bucks a month. Okay, these templates are free. They're as a bonus for joining the Funnel Builder, okay? Now, we are at episode 1. The point is of these episodes, or the goal is to get to 25 episodes, okay? That's going to be 25 premium custom templates that you can get access to for $25 a month. Now, there's also hundreds and hundreds of templates inside the builder. I just happen to be very good at what I do in building pages, and a lot of people want access to stuff that I build. So this is the way that you guys get access to me for free, okay, or $25 a month, okay? Now, the other 40% of people, they want to learn how I build nice pages. So these videos are kind of for them, primarily because we're going to go through and do a live rebuild, funnel hack my own funnel, to show people my process and how I approach things to building pages to help you guys become better builders on the platform, okay? And also, there's 20% of people that don't want to do anything. Okay, in that case, you guys can contact me. My information is below. I do services for people all the time, whether it's just to clean up a website. You got a website built, you just want it beautification, I call it. I do that as well. Or maybe you're just looking for a simple custom page to do that, or maybe you're looking to port a funnel over. You can't actually do. I am the port button, and I'll just rebuild the funnel on this platform. I offer those services as well. Okay, all the information is below, but we're going to go and get started. We're going to do these videos kind of quick today, the first few episodes, because I want to do a few of them back to back before the conference call tonight. Now, if you think you want to get access to this builder, you guys go to funnelbuildertool.com to get signed up. It's $25 a month for unlimited funnels, limited pages. And there is going to be a limited time bonus for anyone that wants a page built for me. There's going to be a special way to join that I will build a page for you for free as a bonus, which is about a $50 to $200 value, depending on the project you have. But I'm offering it as a limited time bonus. Okay, I did this before and I got overbooked. So if you guys are interested, just make sure you do it because it's not going to last forever. So the page that we're rebuilding is one of the pages from the co-founders for affiliates, for anyone that's interested in promoting this funnel builder. It's a blueprint on how to make $3,000 a month promoting these softwares and services, okay? It's actually a nice page and actually converts pretty good, and it's something that I promote. So I decided to rebuild this page. What happened was I was making a page for something else and I needed some content. So I said, let me throw the content on here just to do a little bit of beautification. And we ended up with a fantastic project, this page right here. So let's go through and show you the page. Okay. And the lighting is a little bit bad here, but I did order a ring light. It's coming in the mail, but that's right. You guys don't need to see me anyway. So let me just scroll down the page, show you what we're going to be building. Okay. Just a little re-envisioning, beautification of an already great page. Okay. Now, one thing I'm going to mention, if you guys use my templates, you're going to see this at the bottom. Okay. This is, I do a little coding and enhancements to the website. For one thing, like loading fonts into the site, because sometimes if you don't have the fonts loaded, you might not be able to, when you load the template up, you might not have the fonts. So I found a fix to that. So this code here fixes that, and as well as a couple of different things I do to help enhance the website. So when you guys get this template to use, you just want to make sure you do one thing. You scroll down to the bottom of the website. Whatever your footer is, just put this code in it, put it in the website, then you can delete this block here. Hold on. Okay. In addition to that, there's going to be training videos for Template Club will be at the top of the builder. You guys can delete that once you guys watch the episode, or if you don't want to watch the episode, you just want the template, just go ahead and delete the top block. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is just open up a new blank page. Down to empty. Rebuild. I'm going to discard to save changes. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I use 4 different tools for funnel hacking. Okay, might want to get these tools because they absolutely save a lot of time. One of them is called eyedropper. It allows you just to find colors from the page and grab them. Another one is called what font. I use a measuring tool. I think this is called page ruler. Okay, then I use another one called full capture. Okay, these are Chrome extensions, which allows me to do screen captures of the page for just showing stuff off. Okay, those are the four tools I use, and you're going to want to use these types of tools because it allows you to really get into the see exactly how these sites are built. Okay, so in this site, in this case, what we're going to do is first is grab all our brand colors. Got the blue here. We have kind of dark green, orange, I mean. Actually, let me just restart this. And blue, kind of like a mango orange color. And we have this color. Okay. It's the primary colors that we're using. Right? So we want to see what font that we're using. Okay, it's caveat and enter. You can see the font weights and everything. Okay, so this kind of helps you just rebuild pages exactly how they are. Okay, so the first thing I would do if I was building this is I would load up the fonts that we're using by going to global styles, clicking on add font, and I already got them in there. Now, one thing about the fonts, guys, if you want to have your font being more bold than regular, you just add in the font again. So let me show you example what I mean. Save the changes. Right, we're going to go to that font type. We're going to put in bold, and it's bolding, but it's not like a lot of bold. We want it bolder. Okay, so the way that you do that is you go back to global stylings, go to add font, and we're just going to add in the same font again. We're going to select a bolder face. Okay, we're going to confirm that, and now you bold, it's heavier. Okay, this works good for a lot of text because sometimes when we just use the regular size text, when you're just writing like a paragraph, you bold, it does not show up that well. This is how you get the way around that. Okay. Now there's another tip and trick that I have that allows you to get even more fonts than 8, which we'll cover towards the end of this video. So let's keep going. All right, first we're going to grab our brand color, light blue here. Copy that in there. All right, now I could put these in global stylings, the colors, just so I can keep easy access to them. But we're making templates. We don't really want to do that, so we're going to just copy and paste. First things first, copy the text. Really, the typography and websites is what takes the longest. Okay, We're going to lower it, a different size header. I'm going to go one lower. I'm going to center it, and we're going to add a little bit of space in the text. White. The next block, I think that we use a gradient. I got to actually get it. Okay. So it's kind of a gradient background there, so I do got to get one more color. Something like that, but it's a little bit light. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is add a gradient on it, turn it to radial. Outside is black. This brighter. That's perfect. Let's keep going. Next, we're going to grab the text here. Throw in another header tag. White. Font we use was caveat. Bold. So this is a little trick here to get the different color background underline. We got to do that right now. That plan, we're going to underline it. All you got to do if you want to have a different color as the text with the white underline, we just actually just basically highlight a little part of the text. And we want to just fill this in, right? And the white like background stays underline. Next, we just go back to the underline, put the color back in again, and you have a different color underline. Trick I've been using probably too much, honestly. It changed back. So once you do it, you got to make sure you and white. Gonna copy part of the text, paste in that color, and then we're just gonna highlight again, paste in the color. So it's kind of like a good glitch, and it's not working right now. Hold on a second. Or because it only worked. Let me actually just make sure you get it right the first time and don't mess up. Caveat. Underline it. Going to just put in the color. Right. And then we're just going to get the rest of the. All right, there it is. We're going to center line it. I'm going to bold everything. We're going to delete this. I like to start with fresh headers each time. So now we're going to use the project 3K. White, bold, font. H1, but we actually went bigger than H. What we're going to do is we're going to center this. Before I make any adjustments to the size of the font, let me check out mobile. Perfect. This blue underline. So what we're going to do is just do the trick again and make it blue. Excellent. Underline it. Change one part of it to white. This is really extra, guys, but If you guys can't tell, I'm very extra style. Okay. Oh, that's supposed to. Okay. So I'm satisfied how it looks on mobile. Now I'm going to make the adjustment. Larger font. Oh, maybe. Oh, good so far. So the next step is we have video. Okay. So this is basically just center column, the blue background, and the contents inside this one. Okay. So the way we pull that off is we're just going to go ahead and make a new column by hitting the plus sign, throw it down, and then we're going to make it 3 columns. Okay, so we're doing the 3 columns basically just so we can adjust the size of player inside of the table with blue background. All right, so this is start by painting it blue. All right, I do want a little more space in between here. What I could do is we could add in the space here. I think that adds too much on. We'll leave it there for now. We're probably going to delete that. Okay, so let's go get the text table here. Now these little text effects, these icons. So if you guys type in search engine symbols, go to coolsymbol.com. Right, you can copy in these little images and graphics. Let me just grab this one to show you what I mean. All right, so if you just wanted to have that like there and just paste it in. So it gets a little extra. You know, I'm all about extra, so in some cases it makes sense. In this case, we want to have the audio effect there. Basically. All right, we're gonna go to enter. See, I keep changing the fonts, right? So what you could do to make things a little bit faster for you is you go to the global styling. And if you already got the fonts you want to use, you got the colors you want to use, you can go ahead and change all of these headers to the font that you're using, right? To be quicker. Now I'm making a template and I want it to look I want the template to look good the same way in everybody's website. So I'm not using the global styles to customize it. So that's why I'm copy and pasting a lot when it could actually be a lot quicker. So let's just go ahead and hold this out. I'm gonna change the size down to like size 4, I think. Center. Okay, so next is the video, right? So we have a video widget here you can use, but we're using a custom video service. Right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually just grab it another page. Now understand that this video template as it is probably is not going to be in the master template. I will have a video on this service that I use here to make this a little video thumbnail, which is kind of the future of video players. They're all eventually going to end up doing. But I'll have a future video on how to do that. Let's go ahead and add in another block. So what I basically did is I went to another page, copied this video player, right? Now we wanted to show up on this page. All we got to do is hit refresh. That copied block ends up there, kind of like transfer from one to another. Okay? We also got frame border, which is like, I don't know, 3 pixels maybe, like 2. Figure it out in a second. We also got a little border radius. Okay. Oh. It's a little bit wider. Kind of. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Perfect. Now we do have some kind of a glow. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a shadow here. Outer shadow. And what I do when I do shadows is I like to just put them in first. All right, full color. Bring this down all the way. Bring it up. See what I'm working with. Okay. And position the shadow kind of how I want it. Now that I got it how I want it, I'm going to add the blur back in. And then I'm going to decrease transparency. A little more. Okay, so next we have to do the button. So let's go ahead and add in a button block. After we add in another column. I said click here to join, so we're going to change the text real quick. Click here to join. Right. Enter. Let's just use their font tool to figure out what font we use. It's not showing the right font for some. Helvetica 23. Let's go ahead and use it because that's what I did use, which is a regular default system template. 23 pixels. Bold it, and we also had a gradient. And then we did also had a little less padding. Had a little border radius. We also had a white border. Well, that's pretty much it. We're going to go full width, but we're going to shrink it down in a second. Then we also did a little other effect with the shadow. So what we're going to do, shadow, outer shadow, we're going to make it white, make it all the way, get down, position it, make it a little more transparent. Put small. Just a little extra detail to make something like. Right, we also got one more text element for this header block. I'm going to add in regular text this time. Boom. We have it white. We have it like as in font. Too small. 16. And finally, we have our disclaimer. I think I did mention that you can join up and become an affiliate of this builder, and it pays out 80% commissions. Right, so the builder costs $25, but when you sell the builder to somebody else, and the company only takes $5, they'll pay $25 residual every single month. So it's probably one of the highest paying lucrative opportunities for builders I've seen. And it's definitely something you might want to consider, because really how you get templates or how you get signups is basically making templates like this for other people, or just showing them how to get access to them. somebody who's watching this needs builder. Okay, so what we got here is a nice looking page so far. What I like to do is would like to have this up inside of the top window. So it's basically 1080p resolution, okay, which basically is most monitors. I want the first slide, if possible, whenever possible, to fit inside of the window without scrolling, okay? So we're gonna do a little bit of adjustments to try to make that happen. First off, take off some of this. That might have did the trick right there. Now, right now, we don't need. Not quite there yet. So all we're gonna do now is just decrease the video. Get it to where. Save. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so what we have here is a nice looking simple page, okay, with a few simple elements all working in harmony to create a nice looking page. Okay, so goal here is to keep building. Go to the next section. Basically, just page there with a white background. We are using the border blue, probably 2 pixels. I'm gonna put a curve on it. Text. So let's go ahead and add in writer first. Full width. Right, next, check the font to see what this is. Enter 42 font. Text is 22. So really, we just want to learn the text 22. We're just going to use the header. The rest of the text. Okay, let's throw header. Enter. It's going to be bold. Center. We're going to make this regular text. The thing we're going to do here is just make it 20. We add in another. Got that done. All right, so we're going to put in text here. Change this to 22. Now, when you do this in the regular text, you change the font size, it's going to affect the mobile as well. And 22 looks okay on mobile, so I'm going to separate this. Margin. Increase the pad size here. Edit. Sends past. Less. Right now, we can drag an image next to this. So okay, we're just going to make this a little bit bigger. The button, we're just going to copy a button. So like initially when you start building pages, it starts getting faster and faster and faster once you already have some apps. Let's go ahead and put in the button right here. Put it to left, take out the margin. And that you can see how it's at the edge of the bottom here. This is kind of the most mistakes I see when people don't use space. We're also just going to add space instead of margin. These blocks, just so I'm mobile perfectly. pick these things up as you start building. And then when not that, more thing to do is shadow the background white. We're gonna copy the same shadow, but we're just gonna see what I did. We got 36, 36, 42, 6, 11, 42, and 6. What the same exact thing we got here. And it's about halfway transparent. 11, 42, 6. Shadow. Color shadow. We're going to put in the color. Transparency. Memory 11. 42. Increasing it to -2. Okay. That is that. All right, the next section, we're building these out. These take a while to build. So what we're going to actually do is we'll do a little cheat here. Keep the time in the video down. So we're going to just basically, I saved these templates from before. So we're just going to put these in here and I'll show you what to do. Okay. So basically, this is just 3 blocks or 3 columns, and this is 1 column on top, right? And if I wanted to add more videos to the template, what I would do is just add another block here. These are, in fact, all in 3 columns. Just to show you, this way is 3 columns, okay? And we want to get the spacing right. So this is where people mess up when they use this, okay? Because you can only control the percentage of the column, okay? So you want to have this evenly as possible. So what I did here is I put 33% here, so 33% here, and 34% here. All right, so to make it perfect, all I would have to do is first, let me get these margins. 1, 1, 1. Okay, now this is 34%, so it's a little bit bigger. All I would have to do to get it right is just put this at 2%. Now, if I copy these over, copied. Okay, that's it. Okay, and oh, see, it kind of changed there. Right now, you got to think for the mobile version of the website. You got to understand how it works. So these blocks on mobile, they get basically stacked underneath. Okay, so what we need to do is put space here because when this video stacks underneath here, currently there's no space, right? So this is another thing a lot of people mess up on. You definitely want to have space in certain situations so everything looks even on mobile. We're just going to add space in for all these bottom layers. So on mobile, evenly spaced. Check mobile real quick. And you can see they're evenly spaced. Okay. And let me actually show you what would happen if I didn't put that bottom space in there. This, I think what's going to happen. Pretty sure what's going to happen. Going to be 2 videos that copy each other. So we just want to fix that just by having space in the right place. These are all things that you just pick up as you go. Okay, that's that. And then, of course, you guys can do this. I did this way because it takes a little bit of time to build these out. Also for testimonials, okay. This took me a long time to do, to cut all these out. So We're actually going to cheat. Okay, so we actually had this block made, but we're going to show you how we styled the top part here, where I got this kind of shadow effect here. Kind of just makes it pop off the page. So the way we do that, first off, let me grab in the template we have here, testimonials. Okay, and the way, let me just delete this and we'll just start this, do this from, right? So let's just say we did this one here, made a column. All right, so we're going to make another column. My bad if I losing me here. I'm going to put it underneath. Right, so this is going to be space. Actually, it's going to be 3 columns. Let me just space. Let me add in another space. Okay, and to get this effect here, where you got the outer glow, just wanted to have an empty shell for the content with no background color. Put in the shadow. Okay, and what we do, we had 11, 42, and then we had like -2 or something. And then we had this at 50%. So now, when I just grab this text, throw it inside, again, we have it at H1, we have it at bold, enter, we have it, right? Gotta have it wide enough to center it. Let's try 14, 15, which is fine. So let me go ahead and center this. Gotta delete this spacer. That's how you get that kind of cool effect. Images, this is a 5 column. So let me just copy 4 of these. Copy. So this is a 5 column. Before we did 3 columns. So 5 columns is the best way to get it perfect. Okay, so the way that we're going to do that, the perfect sizes for each row. Okay, so we're going to put this down to 0. All right, so it would be 32, 32, 32, 32. Okay, so that's perfectly set up. So you want these to be 32%, 32%, 32%. Okay, that makes them perfect. Okay, and these are 2%. And go ahead and just tone this back. And throw in these images. And once again, the things stack on mobile. So we want to have space stacked. We want space smaller. Space between each, underneath each block. Problems on mobile. Okay, so that's that. So the template's pretty much done. We do got extra styles on testimonials, which you can actually do by going to shadow. In there. turning it up, turning it down, then you got your borders, okay? So this would take me honestly forever to do this, okay, for each one because I didn't start with it. So what I'm gonna actually do, we're gonna actually cheat. We're gonna put in another block here. This is where the enhancement codes are gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna do a little cheating here. You don't need to know any of this code, guys. This stuff's gonna be okay. So what we're gonna basically do, for those who do want to know how I did this, all right. So what we would do, if you want to, we basically want to target each element inside of the block that's an image with code. Okay. So the way you would do that is by just naming a CSS class. You can make anything up. We called it results. Okay. And this is not a CSS video, guys, but this is how it would do for those who actually do know a little bit. You would just put in results. We want to target the images. Okay. We want to have a border of 3 pixels. And we want the color solid, and then we also want to have for the radius 6 pixels, 7 pixels, something like that. Right? And it puts it on every single one, so I don't have to do it myself. Okay, that's a little extra, guys. You don't need to know any of that stuff, but it does help when you know a few things, and you don't know what you don't know, and I know a lot, guys. Okay. All right, so there we have it, guys. This is the template rebuild from scratch. We got one thing to do. We have to just copy this disclaimer. We have a copy here. Now this is a faithful recreation of the template that I built. A little bit slow because I have the recording. You guys can see basically that. So finally, guys, if you want to use this template, of course, you just want to basically, once you load the template up, you delete this blocks where this video is playing, and then just make sure you put this in here. Right, this is important, especially if and uploading this as a template. This needs to be there in order for the styles for the styles to work. Okay, and also the fonts. Okay, so that's one thing we got to do too, is we're going to make sure the fonts load up for everybody. Because when we upload the fonts to the builder, you don't have the fonts installed. It just resorts to the original default fonts. Okay, so this is a kind of a hack here we're going to show you for those who do fonts or do templates. What you would do is you go to Google Fonts. We're going to manually load in the fonts that we use, okay, which is not hard to do. Click on fonts, right? So we use caveat. Just going to select caveat 400. We also use enter font. And we use 400. Then we use the bolder one, 900. Right, so we just click on this little square box in the top corner. And all we got to do is just put this code somewhere on the website, okay? So we're just going to put it right down in styles here. Okay, now this is actually a working theory. It should work, okay? Now, all these fonts that we use should load up when if as a template, or if you just transfer to somebody else's you're like a client, you got a client, you transfer to their website builder, the templates will be loaded up. So just to show you guys real quick, it does work. So we're just going to go and delete the fonts that we used, and the fonts should stay here. To do, okay. that's kind of important for anybody that's doing templates or building team pages, or you got clients who want to transfer funnels over. Just manually add it in the fonts with Google tag here. Let's go to Google Fonts and create your fonts and just copy this code, and the templates will load up. So that's it, guys. If you're interested in this tool set you get for $25, go to funnelbuildertool.com. Want me to build your page out, just contact me. My information's in the description below. This is episode 1, guys. We got 24 more videos to go. So that's it. Take care. Bye for now.